Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Thembi Matroshe and today I will be bringing you a first impression / review of the Nguni Botanicals hair care range. If you are new here, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, as well as interact with me across socials. An esthetician, I'm not a hairstylist, so I'm literally using the knowledge that I have, which I have acquired from YouTube, from influencers, from estheticians. I want everything that I say to be taken with a pinch of salt. So the Nguni Botanical hair range is made up of 3 products. We have these 2 spritzers and 1 butter, a Chamomint one, and we also have a rose hibiscus one. The butter is a Shea multi-purpose butter. All of these products are stated to be multi-purpose, meaning they are products that can be used on both hair and skin. So I'll be just giving them a try. I'll be looking at the ingredients, testing them out on my hair, and giving you guys my honest opinion on whether I think this product is worth your coins or not. I assume that this range is to be used in some kind of lock method or LC method because we have 2 liquids and 1 cream. So I'll just jump into the 2 liquids, and I think they have similar ingredients. They'll have like 1 ingredient that is slightly different. Let me first look at the claims. I'll look at how it's supposed to be used, and then we can discuss the ingredients. Use as a daily hair and scalp spray to replenish lost moisture and control scalp irritations. This one says use as a daily hair and scalp spray to moisturize and nourish. For best results, use before styling to soften hair and increase manageability. The one says that it will replenish lost moisture and control scalp irritations. The other one says it will soften hair and increase manageability. Let's look at the ingredients. So the Chamomint one says that it has aqua, which is water, organic tea tree hydrosol, herbal infusion, which consists of chamomile, sage leaf, witch hazel, horsetail, vegetable glycerin, peppermint oil, citric acid. The second one has aqua, which is water, hibiscus, witch hazel infusion, rose water, organic rose geranium, hydrosol, vegetable glycerin, citric acid. If you didn't know, with skincare and I guess most products, the first 3 ingredients are usually the ones that are the largest in the quantity of the product, and then as you go towards the end, those tend to be a little bit smaller. I see here on the rose hibiscus spritzer we have aqua, water and witch hazel as the first 3 ingredients. I have no issue with the water. That is amazing for our hydration purposes. The hibiscus is really great as well because it stimulates hair growth. My only qualm with witch hazel is that it is an astringent, so it's typically used for sores, but the issue around witch hazel is that it provides temporary relief and it tends to dry out the area. If we are looking at products that are supposed to hydrate our hair as well as moisturize, I'm reading the claims as it says, to moisturize and nourish, I would stay away from using a product that consists of witch hazel, especially because when it is sprayed on the scalp, a lot of people believe that it gets rid of dandruff. Hydration 101, dandruff and dead skin are caused by buildup, which is due to using products that clog the pores. It is due to lack of hydration, which causes the scalp to overproduce oil, further creating more buildup.
Okay, this might be slightly confusing because the witch hazel topic is very conflicted and I think it needs further clarification. An astringent is an ingredient that causes the contraction of skin cells and other body tissues. Astringents can be very drying for the skin, so it is important to avoid alcohol-based and chemical-based astringents if you have dry or sensitive skin. Applying a bit of witch hazel to your scalp before washing your hair may help treat scalp sensitivity and provide relief from symptoms such as itching and tenderness. Because dry scalps are caused by inflammation, witch hazel's anti-inflammatory properties can be effective in calming down the skin. The outcome, in turn, will improve the dry scalp. Another cause of dandruff can be a yeast-like fungus, which is commonly found feeding on oils on the heads of many adults. The fungus is more prominent on oily scalp. By removing oil, witch hazel creates an environment not ideal for the yeast to grow. It also may directly lower levels of yeast on the scalp, subsequently minimizing inflammation and flaking. If you are using witch hazel, leave it on for about 10 minutes, then wash it out of your hair by using a clarifying shampoo. If you do have a sensitive scalp, you might want to dilute it with a bit of water before application. I'm not completely against the use of witch hazel in products, specifically because it does provide its own benefits. However, it is very, very important to not leave it onto the skin. Rinse it out after 10 minutes or so. Hence, I have issues with this particular product because it promotes hydration, giving us the idea that you are meant to be leaving the witch hazel on your scalp for extended periods of time.
This one's top 3 ingredients are the aqua, organic tea tree hydrosol, and a herbal infusion which consists of chamomile, sage leaf, witch hazel, horsetail. So we still have that witch hazel coming through in the 3rd ingredient as well, but let's just believe that because it is a herbal infusion, the witch hazel quantity will be less. Other than that, I'm completely happy with all of these other ingredients. Tea tree is amazing for its antifungal properties. Glycerin is also great because it is a humectant, meaning that it draws moisture from the air into your skin or into your hair. So I'm just gonna I'll spray both of them because I don't think any of the ingredients counteract. I'll spray, my hair is already wet. As you can see, I just jumped out of the shower. It smells pretty good, I must say. I'll give it like a little spritz here and there, just all over my hair. As you can see, I'm being generous. The one thing I would say though, and this is not particularly a skincare video, I would not be too keen to use both of these products as toners. I do not recommend witch hazel on anybody's skin. The thing about witch hazel is a lot of people are under the misconception that it clears acne, and that would be because they think that acne is due to oily skin. As soon as you dry out your skin, you are causing your skin to even create more oil. Then you apply the witch hazel on, which will completely mess up your moisture barrier. So I think I've given my hair a nice spritz with that first spritzer. Is it even called a spritzer? It's a herbal mist. Okay, let's stop calling it a spritzer. The Chamomint. Spritzing my hair. I think it's a nice experience though. Like, can you imagine just waking up and doing this for your wash and goes? You know, when you're trying to refresh it. It is a very, you know, luxurious experience. I think some of that got into my eyes. I want to go into the butter. The butter says multi-purpose natural butter, contains vitamin E, locks in moisture. The ingredients are unrefined shea butter, raw cocoa butter, tocopherol, which is vitamin E. I have absolutely no qualms with any of these ingredients in their raw forms. However, one thing I must say is I found that raw shea butter clogs the scalp's pores a lot. I do not think that it should be used directly onto the scalp. I believe that if you are going to use it, you should use it on your actual hair. However, I find raw shea butter to be a bit too dense for me, and I prefer it when it has been processed among other products. It literally has the smell of raw shea butter. and then you can just smell other scents infused. Even has the consistency of raw shea butter. This was the other thing I didn't quite like about raw shea butter. It takes a while to melt. So if you are using any other butter that's already been processed, you don't have to go through this admin of warming it up between your hands. But let's give it a try. As I said, I don't have any issues with the actual ingredients. I think for me it's just merely a convenience point, because I like my wash and goes to be very quick when I need to be out the house. I don't have time to be doing this in every step like I'm trying to start a fire. The ghetto. No, honey. So I literally would prefer that it was maybe in a cream form, using the prayer method to get it through my hair. But it does have that raw shea butter smell, I'm not gonna lie. So if you don't like that, you might not like this product too much. So I'll keep working this in. The ghetto. Let's see. I think one of these has mint in it. The Chamomint. Yeah, it's the peppermint oil. So I think some of it got on my face and it's giving me a slightly tingly or burning sensation. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out for me. I'm gonna sleep with my hair in twists. I'm not doing a twist out because I know that this kind of butter is not gonna retain the hold of a twist out, but I want to see how my hair will look in the morning when I undo the twists, and maybe I give the root of my hair a spritz with one of these mists. I wasn't necessarily going for a twist out style, but I wanted to stretch it. The thing about stretching out your hair is that it can cause it to dry out. So I want to put these products to the test by just spraying the roots of my hair to provide that hydration that the products claim to have. See if it softens my hair after twisting it. One thing I can say about butters is they're not necessarily a styler. So if you are going to do a twist out, I would definitely recommend a curling jelly or a conditioning gel. It tends to hold the curl from a twist out better. However, I think this is a pretty good hold for a butter that has been formulated with ingredients like shea butter, cocoa butter and vitamin E. So that's kind of like a thumbs up for me, especially if you don't like the texture of your hair when you do use a jelly or a curling gel. However, the curling gels that I tend to use provide extra conditioning and extra hydration to the hair, so you're not necessarily going to get that crunchy texture. All in all, I think the Shea Co is a good product if you use it correctly. So I would not advise putting it directly on the scalp, as the ingredients that it contains could potentially clog the pores of your skin. I also would not necessarily recommend using large quantities of it. I would genuinely just take this much or a little bit more to seal that moisture in without weighing down your hair and giving it an oily texture. I also still have my reservations about these two because they consist of witch hazel. I did reach out to the brand and I asked them why they included witch hazel in the formulation. However, I still am very in love with the concept of the products, because every time I do a twist out, I usually do spray the roots of my hair just to provide that hydration, even though I stretched my hair out a little bit. I also love the actual packaging of the products. I think it is just amazing quality, and the way it sprays is just so strong and powerful, but it disperses very widely. So it's not like some spray bottles that will just shoot out in one spot. I absolutely hate that. And I think they can be used simultaneously because, as I said, the ingredients don't counteract one another. I know some people don't like to spray their hair when they have done a twist out because obviously it shrinks the hair, but in this house, honey, we embrace our shrinkage. We have absolutely no issue with it. I look like a little kid. Ooh, actually this could be an idea because I always wet my brush when I lay my edges, so let's try it with the product. I use the Next Sheen Organics Edge Smoothing Gel. I still look like a kid though. I just use one of these huge ass clips to pin all my hair to the side. Yeah, I think that looks more flattering and more age appropriate. So in my first impressions, when I looked at the 3 products, I was obviously quite skeptical about the witch hazel that was included in these 2 mists. However, I must say, after using the products, I did see that my hair was quite hydrated. I would spritz my hair almost every day during the week with the mists. The only thing that I still have my reservations about is actually spraying the mist on my scalp. I do think that I experienced a little bit of irritation and itchiness on my scalp because of the 2 products, and I can only attribute it to the witch hazel that is in the product. So I don't know if it is my skin that is sensitive, but given everything that I had previously said regarding witch hazel as an ingredient and why it would not necessarily be beneficial to include it in a hydrating mist, I stand to be corrected, but I really do believe that that is why I was experiencing some itchiness and some irritation. I'm still trying to figure out whether I can use it on my actual hair to hydrate the hair, as I would with just spraying, let's say, my plain water or my water with leave-in conditioner. So I still need to figure that out. I think a lot of the time you need to give yourself an extended period to just find whether a product agrees with you or not, especially when it contains ingredients that you're not too clued up about. I would rather just go for a trial and error kind of situation. So I wouldn't necessarily rule these 2 out, but for me personally, I don't want to spray it on my scalp any longer. I think this is my absolute favorite product, multi-purpose natural butter. I've been using it for a few days, and as you can see, my hair is popping. I wasn't intending to do a twist out because, as I said, this is not a styler, but I think that it holds up quite well considering that it's not a gel or anything like that. I managed to get like a full twist out kind of hairstyle, and I actually like how it locks the moisture into my hair, especially because we are entering a drier season and sometimes certain oils just don't hold up and you want to be leaning towards the heavier butters to contain that moisture in the shafts of your hair. And I thought, you know what, let me just give them a review, especially because it's a black owned business. Not a lot of people know about it. I think it's really important to, you know, create dialogue around these products, give feedback that is critical but also very open-minded. I think sometimes people are just way too harsh in their reviews, or they tend to be overly nice. It's always good to find like a fair balance. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll be seeing more from this Hair Botanicals range. I'd really love to try more of their products.